Make some noise for t.A.T.u.
Please welcome t.A.T.u.
Give it up for t.A.T.u.
You were like a lesbian group.
No, we were like really good friends.
Yeah, but not.
Hey celebrities, it's your boy Vitaly and welcome back to vitalyspace, and I'm super happy to see your beautiful face here today. On this channel we're desperately trying to bring back the 2007, so you better join if you're new. Once upon a time, two 16-year-old girls from Russia exploded onto the international charts with the breakthrough hit single All the Things She Said, sharing their passionate feelings for each other with the entire world. Let's be honest, pretty scandalous for the early 2000s, but the risk definitely paid off. At one point it seemed like the girls were on top of their game. But it wasn't long before the fans found out that the duo were not really gay, and eventually the girls had a huge falling out, and even stopped talking to each other for years.
If I'm asking for help, it's only because...
As always, we have a lot to talk about today, so you better buckle up, legend, you're definitely not ready for this one. In this video we're taking a look back at one of the most notorious cases of queerbait in pop culture history. But before we get started, quick reminder, legend, please subscribe if you haven't already. 60% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Do it now, you'll forget later. As always, let's start from the very beginning. t.A.T.u. was formed in 1999 by music producer Ivan Shapovalov and his business partner. Apparently, they got inspired by the Swedish film Show Me Love, which centers around two girls who find themselves in an unexpected romantic relationship. As you can guess, the name of the band was chosen to sound like tattoo, while being a shortened version of the Russian phrase "ta любит ту", which means this girl loves that girl. And out of hundreds of kids who auditioned, they've chosen Lena, Katina and Julia Volkova, who were both 14 years old at the time, who were previously part of the children's singing show Fidgets. Let's just say it's a Russian version of the Mickey Mouse Club, if you're on a budget, but still iconic. And just like that, the band was formed, the rest is history. The year 2000, November. At the time, unknown band t.A.T.u. brought their first ever music video to MTV Russia, and despite its controversial character, MTV were brave enough to put it on rotation. And it wasn't long before t.A.T.u. took the Eastern Europe by storm. And as you can guess, that video was the Russian version of All the Things She Said, titled "Я сошла с ума".
Стоп. Что такое? Стоп.
Needless to say, at first the audience was shocked to see two girls kissing in a video. And after they came back to their senses, everyone realized that there is much more than just lesbian appeal behind the single. It's the lyrics, the music and most importantly, the message the girls deliver. Before the shooting, Ivan said that we had to kiss, with laughter. We also laughed, we thought he was just joking. Their debut Russian album was released in May of 2001 and was eventually certified multi-platinum in Russia and platinum in Europe, making t.A.T.u. the first ever band from Eastern Europe to reach this level of success. At the time, society was not ready for something as scandalous, controversial and first and foremost free-spirited, let alone Eastern European society.
То проект «Тату» ближе к Богу, потому что Бог — это и есть любовь. И если какой-либо культ или какая-либо религия выступает против любви, это просто проверка. И, скорее всего, Бог с нами, раз у нас такой успех.
Вопрос
да.
еще.
Знаете, посмотрела я на это, на все послушала. Вот то, что в этой команде врач-психиатр, это очень хорошо. Тут явно клинический случай, только самому этому продюсеру свой психиатр нужен, потому
Давайте
что такую ерунду говорить.
Обойдемся без оскорблений, во-первых. Если у вас есть вопрос какой-то, включите.
Такую ерунду говорить о том, что Бог есть любовь, и однополая любовь — это угодно Богу, это вообще смешно. А то, что вот эти девочки ходят куда-то там и раскупаются миллионными тиражами их пластинки, говорит о низкой культуре тех людей, вот на таком вот уровне, которые вот это все покупают. А в-третьем, девочки, займитесь немножко собой, имидж-имиджем на ваше поведение просто, это же видно, вы же вести себя не умеете абсолютно, вы пришли на телевидение, ноги задрали, валяетесь, обнимаетесь, А когда одна у другой начала в голове копаться, мне сразу вспомнился зоопарк и обезьяны в клетке. Простите.
And while Russian kids were going crazy about tattoo, the girls were trying to figure out what their next move was. And just like that, by 2001, Universal Music Russia came into the picture. The label felt that the girls had an enormous potential, and not only for the local market, but for the entire world. And naturally, it was time to expand their horizons. By 2002, the album was translated and released in English, 200 kilometers an hour in the wrong lane. It was meant to appeal to a bigger audience and increase their international success. And before they even knew it, the single hit #1 on the Billboard chart in the UK and #20 in the States, which was huge for the foreign act. But one thing fans didn't know at the time, it was all a scam, or gay for pay I should probably say. From the very beginning, the producer called the band a quote-unquote underage sex project that he put together because apparently he found it funny, claiming that T.A.T.u was designed to pander to the male gaze. But we'll get back to it a little bit later. Once again, at the time nobody knew about it. Let's skip to the year of 2003. It was such an iconic year for the girls, and I really mean it. On February 25th, T.A.T.u made their United States television debut.
On Jay Leno's show, to be exact.
But there is one thing. When booking the band, the producers of the show had been very clear. No political messages and no French kissing. But T.A.T.u's management had some other ideas in mind. To troll the American television. Basically, on the show, the girls were performing all the things she said. The girls had reportedly requested to lip-sync to back and track, but producers of the show insisted all the vocals to be live. They performed wearing white t-shirts with the iconic phrase on it, translated as "fuck the war." But Shapovalov had led the show's producers to believe that it actually said "no to war."
Напишем войне. Нет, а будем говорить, что нет войне. Войне напишем. Войне.
Мы есть создать это. У нас родилась идея, и мы сейчас ее запишем.
Okay. Looks good.
Making their American television debut, T.A.T.u. All right.
Are you watching the video without liking it again? I caught you red-handed.
In the middle of performance, Julia approached Lena from behind, grabbed her hand and pulled her close. The girls looked into each other's eyes and guess what happened? Yup, they broke one more rule by kissing each other. And let me tell you something, the filming crew was not ready for this, cause immediately the cameras cut to T.A.T.u's guitarist instead. For a full 25 seconds of screen time, I just cannot with them. According to the NBC spokesperson, the record company made an agreement at the time of the booking for the girls not to French kiss. The girls broke the agreement, which we found unacceptable.
Мы же в майках в войне работали на шоу, и сегодня ТВ показали, что российский дуэт T.A.T.u против войны в Ираке, а мы на самое крупное шоу в Америке вышли в майках в войне.
From Russia, here are Julia Volkova and Lena Katina. T.A.T.u. You're notorious in Russia for this video you have where you kiss in the video, and we don't have a big problem with that over here, but in Russia it's kind of, it upsets some people, right?
Right.
Right. And well, let's take a look at what happened last night. And now this is you guys last night performing on the Tonight Show. Why did they cut away from you? Do you think that was an anti-gay statement on Jay Leno's part?
I don't know why, because
You don't know why?
on NBC they
Right.
cut our keys. You're not going to cut our keys, but backstage it was something unbelievable. Everybody's just like crazy. They're afraid.
Over there, they're afraid
Yeah,
of here.
they're afraid.
Yeah.
They ask us not to wear those t-shirts because I think they were afraid for you not to understand our words.
Right, because it said
So-
something bad on the T-shirt, right?
No, not really. Nothing
Well, I mean,
bad.
it was profane, right?
No.
No.
So
Wasn't.
now we are wearing censored.
I think we need to get right to the making
Thank you,
out.
ABC. You're like NBC.
That's right.
By the way, this entire saga was later parodied on the SNL episode. Check it out.
Daddy! What are you looking at?
Yeah, what's the big deal? Have you never seen two innocent girls before?
Yeah, what is the big deal? We are just two best friends who love to hold hands. We love to go to the movies, and we love to pretend that we are lesbians and write songs about it. I love you, Katya.
I love you, Natasha!
In May of 2003, the band represented their home country at the Eurovision Song Contest, where they placed third. And here goes my favorite moment of their entire career, the 2003 MTV Movie Awards performance. Still, to this day, I have goosebumps all over my body while watching it. You probably do not even realize how huge it was for the Russian girls next door to perform at such major event. Imagine being introduced by Amanda Bynes and Hilary Duff. The history in the making.
There are so many gorgeous guys here tonight, it's insane. I know, and do you want to know the best part? What's that? These next two performers want nothing to do with any of them. Oh my god, it's so true. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for T.A.T.u.
In December of 2003, the behind-the-scenes documentary titled An Army of Tattoo premiered on Russian television, and their sexuality was officially confirmed. Julia and Lena were not actually gay. In fact, their queerness was simply marketing strategy, driven by Shapovalov.
Я его уважаю как человека за то, что он сделал, понимаешь? Ну, не каждый смог бы это сделать. Но я не уважаю то, что сейчас с ним происходит. Я в нем разочаровалась, как в человеке.
Но я уверена, что сейчас, например, Ваня парится. Еще как парится, что у него ничего не получается. Второй альбом не готов. Вот я говорю, Вань, второй альбом готов? Да. Где? Нет, он не показывает его.
Реально записать альбом за 2 недели, когда есть материал.
И он сам, я же вижу, что он сам, он нервничает сам, понимаешь? Он нервничает, потому что он понимает, что он не запишет до марта второй альбом. Он это знает, понимаешь? Но он себя ведет утвердительно. Понимаешь, он себя вот опять же таки, он этого не показывает. И все люди как бы опять, знаешь, все вот так вот на него... Ну да, все, успеем, да. Он сказал, значит, успеем. Все, он знает, ему лучше знать. Ни хрена он не знает, знаешь, он в себе еще сам сидит и сомневается.
Раньше, да, я очень верила в него и думала, что вот, ну, он действительно человек, который сделал все для того, чтобы мы вышли на тот уровень, на котором мы, ну...
And sadly, that was only the beginning of the inevitable crisis for the band. In the year 2004, T.A.T.u legally fired Shapovalov from their project, because they believed he didn't take their music seriously. He spends his time picking up scandals instead of planning our artistic work. I'm sure our fans would rather hear new songs and new albums, rather than new scandals. And Lena Katina also added, he made us out to be lesbians, when we were just singing for lesbians. We wanted people to understand them and not judge them, that they are as free as anyone else. But the English-speaking audience found out about the queerbait by pure chance, when Julia got pregnant in 2004, which led to a lot of confusion from the fans, and I don't blame them. T.A.T.u's third studio album, Dangerous and Moving, was released in 2005. However, he was not a huge success. It only peaked at number 131 on the Billboard Hot 200, selling only 93,000 copies in the United States as of 2010. I mean, it's still pretty good for the foreign band, let's be honest, but obviously not as successful as their debut. And sadly, it marked the beginning of T.A.T.u's downfall. 2006 was not the best year for the girls, to say the least. At that point, Interscope released an official statement saying that both parties have come to a mutual decision to end their contract due to a drastic decline of listeners. But that was only the beginning. They also have been forced to cancel their upcoming UK tour because of the poor ticket sales. It seemed like their relevancy was dying down, slowly but surely. Their fourth studio album, Waste Management, was released in 2009, and ultimately it was their final record in English. Even though the album made the top 5 in Russia and Mexico, the lead single Snowfalls failed to even make the Russian top 100. During that time, T.A.T.u were slowly disappearing from the public eye. And in 2011, T.A.T.u's management made an official statement on their website, claiming that the group is over. T.A.T.u was officially announced as disbanded, and there were many reasons for that. The first and foremost, conflicts between the girls, and as a result, they both wanted to pursue solo careers.
I do the things I do the things I do, all because of you. I didn't wanna do it, but I did. I'll never forget you, but I'll be gone. I feel you all around, I feel you all around.
Regarding their solo careers, how do I say this without offending anybody? It's not my type of music whatsoever, let's just say that. And it was not a huge success for both of them either. Now, regarding the queerbait situation, I wanna show you what Lena Katina had to say about it in 2013. I looked at it as my role, like a movie. We played a role in a movie. I was never lesbian. I was never attracted to a girl. I had some thoughts, cause I was pretending to be who I wasn't. And then I was thinking about it a lot. Why am I concerned? There are so many actors playing different roles in movies. If I'm helping people with this role, then why not? I think we did a great job on that, because we received so many thank you letters, especially if you're a teenager when everything is over the top. And then you understand you're different and society doesn't support you. It's really tough, a lot of people commit suicide. But Julia, on the other hand, was busted for being homophobic in 2014. That year she claimed on Russian television that she would not accept her son if he was gay. I will not accept a gay son, she said. Two girls together is not the same thing as the two men together. The lesbians look aesthetically much nicer than two men holding their hands or kissing.
Вы будете осуждать сына, если он отдаст предпочтение нетрадиционным сексуальным отношениям?
Да. Это правда. Я считаю, что мужчина должен оставаться мужчиной. Это генетически заложено, мне кажется, Всевышним, потому что это продолжение рода. Без мужчины нет детей, да, мы не сможем родить. Также и мужчина для меня – это ассоциация стены. Точно нет, я не поддержу.
А вот получается, что в вашем понимании свобода может быть только у женщин, у мужчин
мне кажется,
свободы
у мужчины
нет.
это дурная свобода. Куча телок, доступных на сегодняшний день, нет запретов. Но у мужчины есть другая свобода. Мужчина не имеет права, простите, быть пи***м. Извините.
But after getting a severe backlash, she later backtracked. I have many gay friends. I believe that being gay is still better than murderers, thieves or drug addicts. If you choose out of all of this, being gay is a little better than the rest. Not sure if that explanation helped.
Привет, ребята. По причине некорректного поведения со стороны Юли в отношении меня, я должна вам сообщить, что наше дальнейшее сотрудничество стало абсолютно невозможным. Помимо многих грубых, публичных и очень обидных высказываний в мой адрес, Юля поставила мне ультиматум. Она отказалась продолжать со мной сотрудничество в проекте «T.A.T.u», если я не подчинюсь ей и ее команде во всех вопросах, касающихся творчества группы «T.A.T.u». Иначе она найдет другую, рыжую, кудрявую девочку, чтобы меня заменить. Более того, в мой адрес прозвучали угрозы, что Юля, пользуясь своими тесными связями с руководством Первого канала, закроет мой сольный проект на территории России. В этом случае я считаю наше дальнейшее сотрудничество невозможным, так же, как и общение. Многих грубых, публичных и очень обидных высказываний в мой адрес стало абсолютно невозможно.
Стало абсолютно возможно.
С Юлей я не хочу никаким образом ни пересекаться, ни общаться, ничего общего. Я знаю себе цену, и я знаю, кто я такая, и я не хочу просто иметь с этим дело. Нет, никаких денег не стоят мои эмоции, мои нервы и мое достоинство.
Now, the question you have all been wondering about this entire video. Whatever happened to them now? Well, Julia, who had already suffered vocal issues while being part of the band, revealed in 2016 that she had received treatment for thyroid cancer, which led her to lose her speaking voice.
Связки имеют тенденцию смыкаться, то есть они вот работают, как бы они смыкаются. Врач чуть-чуть затронул мне нерв голосовой, одна связка стоит на месте, то есть вот нерв как атрофированный, вторая работает. Естественно, так она не может до конца сомкнуться, она вот так смыкается. То есть, естественно, продув между связок. Если было чисто, я бы разговаривала чисто. А вот это вот сип и вот нехватка дыхания за счет того, что воздух проходит в эту щель, пока сложновато, но я уже начинаю говорить. Я пою, но я стараюсь не брать высокие ноты сейчас.
She claims that nowadays she makes money through real estate investments, advertising and design. In April of 2021, she launched a political career as a candidate for Russia's Conservative Party, but was crushed during the election process. Needless to say, nowadays she looks totally unrecognizable. Meanwhile, her bandmate Lena Katina has taken a less controversial path over the years. She still makes music as a solo artist and is now married to a multi-millionaire Russian businessman. It's her second marriage and she has 2 kids, as well as Julia, by the way. And even though the girls are not on the speaking terms, they still reunite from time to time to perform together. But they said themselves that while they're being somewhat tolerant to one another, they mainly do it for the paycheck. Well, not mainly, only for the paycheck. I believe they even performed last year in Russia.
Ночь упадет, небо уронит.
Ну что, Питер, всем привет!
But outside of the stage bubble, they do not communicate. And I mean it's pretty obvious, cause nowadays it looks like they have nothing in common. Well, have they ever had anything in common to begin with? Okay, my legends, I think this is it for today's video. As always, I hope you remember that in the end of every video we meet in the comment section down below to discuss the topic, and today is no exception. t.A.T.u will always stay an iconic band for me that I will remember for their breathtaking debut, regardless of how things played out in the end. But I'm also interested in your opinion, legend, definitely let me know. Don't forget to like this video, cause you guys are the only thing that keep the show going. And of course subscribe if you have not already, cause apparently 60% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. And on this iconic note, I will have to go, and I will see you in my next video this week. And remember, your ex is effing toxic. The best way to make him bitter is to become successful. Bye, legends!